Sometimes you have to really jazz yourself up before a video. I'm gonna tell you, I've been super low energy because I'm 36 weeks pregnant. I'm ready to have this baby. But yeah, I had my 36-week appointment yesterday. My cervix is still closed despite having contractions off and on for like the last 2 weeks. So it seems like we might still have a little ways to go. Anyways, let's buckle in. This one might be a little bit lengthy. I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet and to the point. We're doing what's in my hospital bag. I have a list. I will mention that you do not need 80% of this stuff. The hospital will likely have you covered for most everything. Our hospital had pretty much everything I needed and then sent us home with some stuff. And everything else I would say I definitely used, but it was just nice to have as an extra little luxury. You know what I mean? Because hospitals are not necessarily the most fun stay. It's very sterile, very dark, there's definitely a lot less on this list than I had on my list with my first baby, and that's because I just wanted to keep it a little bit more simple this time and not try to overwhelm myself. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to start with the easiest person to pack for, which is going to be the baby, because honestly, the baby does not need much. This is everything I have packed for baby. Definitely recommend getting these little packing storage bags because it's just going to make it so much easier on your life whenever, if you're like me, your legs are numb and you can't go to your bag and you have to send your husband over there to get in your bag. It's so much easier to just have everything organized into their own separate bags. So I like these. I got them for Christmas from my mom. Thanks, Mom. And let's start with what is in here. The first thing we have in here are tummy tippy passies. The hospital will probably give you a passy too if you want one. Our first kid really only took 2 tummy tippy passies, which is why I packed these. I did already sterilize them. If you don't know, you just throw them in a pot of hot water for about a minute and voila, sterile. The next thing we have packed is a swaddle. I just packed this little Love to Dream swaddle. Honestly, I'll probably just keep him swaddled in the hospital blankets that they provide, but I'm packing this just in case. And then we got this cute little stuffed animal for photos. We did hire a Fresh 48 photographer. If you don't know what that is, it's just someone who comes in and takes pictures after the birth, not during the birth. Someone gifted us this at his baby shower and I thought it was adorable, and so I figured it'd be cute to lay next to him. So like photo props, things like that, you pack those if you want to get those pictures at the hospital. The next thing I have is a going home outfit. This is just like a cute little fleece snowflake zip up. It is going to be cold. His due date is February and it's typically snowing and below 30 where we live. We just do like a little fleece onesie because it's not safe to have coats in the car seat. Also packed this extra footy onesie, and we have a couple of outfits. This one is one that my son, my firstborn, he wore in the hospital. It's really cute. This with these little overalls. Oh my gosh, is it not the most adorable thing ever? So yeah, make sure you pack your cute little outfits if you want to do their pictures at the hospital. So I have 2 picture taking outfits and then 2 just like lounging around outfits. So I've got this easy little white button onesie and the little footy zipper pajama thing. And that is honestly it for baby. Make sure you pack their photo props, like I said, if you're going to do that there, or like a cute blanket you could lay out in their bassinet, because the sheets and stuff that they provide don't look very nice for photos. They're usually very wrinkled. So I'd recommend some type of like knitted blanket to lay them on, or like a fuzzy one if you're wanting to do some pictures of them. A couple of last minute things that wouldn't go in here would be like your boppy, obviously your car seat. Make sure you have that. We also did a little gift exchange thing. So like when our son comes to the hospital to meet baby will have a gift for older brother, and older brother will have a gift for baby brother. My son is super into Hot Wheels, so we did get this little guy. I didn't want to get anything too big to have to like shove in here. So I just got a couple cheap little toys, and my son's gonna love this. From big bro to little bro, it's just a cute little teething toy. I don't think my son will have any interest in this. The baby will not have any interest in this until they're probably like 6 months old, but it's just part of the fun, I think. So, all right, let's move on to mom, because quite frankly, that is the largest section. It's kind of like packing for a vacation, but you're packing for labor. The first thing on my list that I made sure to put on there again was a portable fan, because I used this last time, because after I got the epidural, I kept getting so hot and sweaty. I didn't get the epidural shakes like a lot of people say they do, and like the shivers. I got the I'm hot, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna throw up, somebody please get some air on my face. And this came in handy, and it was a lifesaver. So I fully charged this thing. It literally is rechargeable, so you can just use a USB-C cord, which is part of our list here. Don't forget to pack your chargers. And yeah, I would definitely recommend this. The next thing on the list is going to be your toiletries. I found this really cute thing. One second. Okay. I found this just at the grocery store the other day whenever I was there. And it's just a bag of everything you'd need. It has deodorant, it has a razor, it has a nail file, shampoo and conditioner, a hair comb, floss, a toothbrush, and toothpaste. Now, if you want to get picky with what you pack for your shampoo and all that stuff, that's totally fine. I personally did not feel like doing all that this time. I was like, you know what, let me just grab like something easy that's a little bit better than what the hospital provides, and will get me through the 1 or 2 nights that I'm there. I was only there for 1 night with my first birth, so I didn't feel like I needed to pack like a big thing. And most of the time the hospital is trying to get you in and out of there as fast as possible. So I definitely recommend something like that if you're just wanting something quick and easy that you can grab, just to get you through the couple of days. Also grabbed these deodorant towelettes from the Dollar Tree. Like I said, I was sweating so much during labor, and it takes a minute for the epidural to wear off for you to be able to get up and like go to the bathroom and take a shower. So I grabbed these just so you can wipe down the pits, you can wipe down the back of the legs, and just feel a little bit more refreshed. I've obviously got my hairbrush packed, a couple of hair ties. I wouldn't really recommend those big like claw clips, maybe for after birth, but for during birth, like it's so much more comfortable to just have hair ties in, so you can lean your head back if you need to and not have like the giant clip pushing into the back of your head. I did grab my Revlon blow dryer thing. I don't even know what this thing's called. I'm just gonna take this one tool instead of like a curling iron or anything, because I feel like my hair always looks really pretty with this afterwards, and it's a combo tool, and I don't feel like packing just a bunch of random tools in here. Moving on to more of the postpartum side of things, I packed a bunch of these like underwear style pads, because the pads they give you at the hospital, at least for us, it's like the mesh underwear, and then you put like a giant pad inside, and that wasn't necessarily the most comfortable. Like it kept twisting up. In my opinion, these were much, much better. So I grabbed those. I grabbed some Dermaplast spray, because sometimes they don't give you this without a prescription from your doctor, which is dumb because you can just literally grab it from the store. But I did tear in my first birth, and this was very, very helpful to just spray down there and get things kind of numb. I also packed a couple of these padsicles from Freedom Mom. If you don't know, all you do is just like twist them until you hear it pop. And it'll release a little bit of a jelly that cools down the entire pad. Also, pro tip, add just like the tiniest little trickle of water over the top from the sink, and it'll get them even nice and colder. And you just stick those inside your pad, and they're very, very comfortable, especially if you tore, because things just don't feel the greatest down there after birth, okay? Our hospital did provide me with a few of these, but they ran out pretty fast, so I decided to make sure I packed a couple extra this time. The next thing is a peri bottle. The hospital will provide a squeezy peri bottle, but they don't usually have the upside down peri bottles, whereas these are the upside down ones. And the Freedom On one is really nice too, but this is the one I used last time, and I'm going to tell you why I like this one. This is from the brand Popped. So it looks like this. I know you're like, what in the world's going on with that thing? But there's actually a hole right here to where you can literally just stick it right underneath the sink without having to unscrew the lid every time. Because I was someone who liked to rinse a few times, and then you just pull that to tighten it, and then you can spray, you know, like this. Whereas the one from the hospital, it literally is just like a little squirt bottle that stops about right here, and you kind of have to get at a weird angle to spray it. So I like having the upside down aspect of this, and I like that I don't have to unscrew the lid to refill it again. I can just pop it down, refill it, and then pull that back up and then spray. It's honestly so relieving to have like that warm water just rinsed a couple of times. Another thing I packed were these Mugu silver nursing cups. I'll post a picture of what they look like right here, but these are really helpful on the start of your breastfeeding journey to stick in your bra after a breastfeeding session, because typically you're leaking so much milk after your milk comes in that if it leaks onto your bra and then your bra dries down on your skin and then you try to pull your bra off, it kind of snags the skin right here and it causes a lot of chafing and a lot of dryness and soreness. Is very uncomfortable. So these are really nice to help protect it from that. They're also made out of silver, which is naturally antibacterial, and supposed to help prevent things like infections and thrush, irritation, things like that. I never had a problem with any of that, and I used these all the time. It's also really nice. You can pop them in the fridge so they'll be nice and cold, because the first couple weeks of getting used to breastfeeding can be kind of painful. And so it's nice to have something cold to put right there after a session. So, okay, let's talk clothes. So for the majority of the stay, you will probably be in the hospital gown because they're going to constantly be checking you. But it can still bring some outfits and change probably right before you go home. I actually haven't even packed a going home outfit for myself yet in here, so I need to make sure I do that. But I will show you the little pajamas set that I put in here. I'm sure you've seen this a million times, but it's just these little button-up PJ sets from Stars Above brand at Target. Those are really comfortable and cool, and I have the shorts set. Again, I was just always so hot postpartum after my milk was coming in, so it was nice to just have a nice pair of shorts, and then also being able to unbutton to breastfeed is very easy and convenient, and then you can do skin to skin just unbuttoned. So I really like that set for that. And then I also have my outfit for our photographer. I just did this cute little neutral flowy pant with this white sweater, and that's all I've got in here so far. I'll probably pack like one more like big t-shirt and some comfortable sweatpants to just leave the hospital in. But yeah, otherwise you really don't need a lot of clothes because you'll probably be in the gown or some type of like comfortable pajama set, and hopefully you're not there super long. At least that was not my experience, and hopefully it doesn't become my experience. But I do know people who have had to be in the hospital for 5 or 6 days. I feel like if that happens, typically that's a worst case scenario, or you knew you were going into like a C-section and would have to be there for 3 days, then obviously definitely pack more clothes. I also have a few comfy socks in here. It's nice to just be able to have some nice socks to put on. Important thing I'd say to pack if you're planning on breastfeeding is a good pumping bra. And I will show you how this one works, but not just a nursing bra, but a pumping bra specifically that has like this hole in it. That way you can fit the flange. I'm not packing my breast pump this time because the hospital usually has a breast pump you can use there. But that's why I wanted to make sure I packed my pumping bra. Otherwise, you have to hold the pumps, and it is not convenient to have to do that. So yeah, I would definitely do that. This also doubles as a nursing bra, like this little pumping piece comes down as well, and then you can nurse. Yeah, very, very convenient. This one's from Kindred Bravely. I think there's some really nice ones at Target too. You don't have to splurge. But this one is very, very comfortable. And then I have just a regular nursing bra that I got from Target. This is not a pumping bra. You can put like the portable cups in there, and it works just fine, but it won't work for the flange style ones. And then this one is also a nursing bra, and this one's just a comfy one, and hopefully I can just wear that one most of the time. I would also say to make sure you bring some like shower slides or shower flip-flops or something. I personally don't trust hospitals to keep their showers super cleaned. If you've ever had a baby, you know what's all coming out of you after you have a baby, and I just don't want to risk that personally. I've had these dusty, crusty old slides for 5 years now. They work great for walking around the shower. So yeah, make sure you get either like a pair of cheap flip-flops or something like this. More power to you if you don't, I guess, but that is just my personal preference. Make sure you have some shower slides. Okay, the last couple things that are on my list but haven't been packed yet because they're more of a grab at the last minute kind of a thing. The first one's going to be snacks. Make sure you have plenty of snacks. Sometimes the cafeteria closes at like 7 or 8 p.m., and so you have to count on whoever your support person is being able to leave and go get something. So having snacks on hand is really important. I had granola bars, a lot of protein bars. I had some just yummy food too, like zebra cakes, donuts, things like that. Extra water packets. Like I love the Propel packets or the Element packets that I can just add to my water. Also your camera, if you want to take your camera. Chargers. We also packed our Roku last time, which was nice because we could kind of just throw on something. There really isn't a lot to watch for us in January and February because football's pretty much over by that point. But it was nice to have just to be able to watch a movie. Like sometimes labor takes a long time, and if you get an epidural and you're just chilling for a while, it can be kind of boring, you know? Chargers, camera, Kindle, things like that. Your water bottle, don't forget whatever water bottle you like to drink out of. The hospital has a water cup thing as well. I will say like things don't stay as cold because it's just like a plastic thermos. So if you want to bring your own water bottle, definitely pack that. And then obviously your makeup. If you want to do your makeup for labor or your photos afterwards, then make sure to take that stuff as well. List for dad is short. Dad doesn't need a whole lot. I put comfy clothes, a blanket, pillows, chargers, toiletries, medicine, and then whatever outfit he is wearing for our photos after the baby comes. But that's really about it for him. He may bring his laptop. He may bring a book. I don't know. He is responsible for his own stuff. I did write some stuff down for him, so if we're in a situation and he needs to be able to just look at it, then he can do that. As far as documents and stuff go, just make sure you bring like your IDs and your insurance cards. They'll probably want to take a picture or scan those as well, but probably not a big deal because you should be pre-registered with the hospital through your OB. I'm not entirely sure how it works for everyone, but I know for us, like our information's already registered with the hospital, so I'd bring it just in case, but it's probably not a big necessity. Okay, I think that's it for what's in my hospital bag. I feel like I kind of zoomed through that, but yeah, I'm definitely packing far less this time than I packed last time. Last time I think I had like some cute little ambiance candles. I had my oil diffuser, had all that stuff going, which was still great, but I just don't feel like it really like added to my experience. Or I did have like a nice calming playlist on Spotify ready for whenever it was time to start pushing, and I will do that again for this baby, but that was really the only thing that I felt like really made the experience what it was. And having my mom and my husband there and just the right support people around me. So yeah, good luck to those of you packing your hospital bags and getting ready to have a baby. I know it is exciting times. I'm literally having contractions like right now, so I am so uncomfortable, but I'm trying to power through. But yeah, it's such a magical time. I am hoping for the best for your experience and that it is absolutely amazing. If you haven't already, subscribe and like and comment on this video. What were some things that you packed in your hospital bag that you didn't touch? Or what were some things that you forgot that you would have absolutely loved to have? Leave it in the comment section. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.